Hello, friends. Welcome to Squared Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be setting up my agenda planner for the month of December. I'll be decorating all of the monthly pages in a fun holiday theme, so come play with me. And I've got a couple brush tip markers here ready to go, along with some various washi tapes I may use. This set of JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop stickers, some hard card die cut stickers, this washi paper set, this stamp pad and acrylic stamp blocks, and these clear stamps which I'll be using. Okay, I'm going to lay down some wax paper to work out the month's design. So this will be a 2-spread setup, although I will be creating 3 spreads in total. I'll do 2 on camera and then 1 off camera since I've already started to use that 3rd spread for my social media planning. And I'll do everything in the same theme. So let's start off with some of this washi paper. Just got from Journal Say. I thought it might be good for some background, so I'm going to go ahead and add this in just to give a little bit of texture and color to the pages. I think I'm going to do this in a pretty standard triangle pattern with the 2 top corners and the middle bottom being filled out. Usually I like to keep things a little bit less symmetrical, but I think this will work out for the design. So I'm just laying this in, kind of creating a base. And I picked up these stickers from JoJo's Sticker Shop on Etsy just recently. She came out with a new sticker book that I liked, and so I decided to grab these as well. And excited to use these really cute stickers that she hand draws, so makes them even more special. Not exactly sure how I want these to go though, so we're just gonna figure it out on camera. Thinking, just kind of clustering things together. And I really do like all of the sticker designs, but the orange is throwing me a little bit as far as introducing more color to the spreads. I feel like 3 colors is a good maximum for having nice, like well-designed spreads. Adding in the orange I felt like was just going to clutter things up. So I'm going to stick with the red, green and brown tones and see where that takes me. I will be using some black ink as well, so that sort of introduces another color, but not really because it's more of a tone. So I think I can get away with it, but adding that orange would just be another color, a 4th color that I felt like I just couldn't quite make work with what I had in mind. So I'm clustering a few things up in the corners and then collecting a bunch of random stickers here down at the bottom. I do want it to feel somewhat balanced, so that one holly branch was a little bit too sticking out and drawing attention, so I think I'm going to change some things around here. Be a little bit more low-key. Now we need to try maybe adding in some of the washi that I pulled, and decided that I liked the scalloped, like gingerbread brown tone as more of a border on the top and the bottom. And then thought maybe I'd introduce some red through the washi using either that striped or this plaid version, but I think that the plaid will look a little bit better overall, adding in a little bit of that black that I'll be using later. So I'm going to cut it in half just so it's not quite so thick and see if I can add that in a way that looks nice and it works with the design I have going as well as the functionality of the spread. I also decided to pull in a few of these newer stickers I just got as well from Journal Say. They are hard card stickers, or I call them chipboard stickers sometimes too, but basically they're kind of like a stiff sticker Just maybe add a few of those in for a little added holiday cheer. And then I pulled a couple of washi tapes with like typewriter writing on them, which I thought might be fun to add in if they worked, but I just wasn't seeing a good place to incorporate them. So we're going to leave those to the side and just focus in here on the stamps that I pulled for this spread. They are basically just definitions of holiday words, which I love words and I don't know, typography, typewriter font. I'm in that zone right now. So I thought that those would be really fun to kind of add a little bit of playfulness, give me some quotes, if you will, for the spread, while also incorporating some of those typewriter vibes. So I think this is a good base. I'm going to go ahead and start moving things over, as you can see. I am making some small adjustments as I go, just because I saw some things I wanted to change up a little bit, specifically in this right corner. And I like this, but I think I wanted it to be a little bit more compact. Just trying to find a good way to bring all of those elements in and still keep it fairly tight. And I think that works. That gives me what I was looking for. And then we'll drop in the washi tape. I feel like that washi tape really adds a lot as far as texture and also color. I'm not using a ton of color outside of the sticker, so any color I can add in just kind of increases the interest and the excitement on the page. Gonna drop in that sweet drink sticker there and also kind of prep where I'm going to be putting in those stamps. Dropping in the rest of the washi. Here, let me get this bottom section kind of set up. That looks good. And we'll drop in the washi down here as well. Finally, a little bit of this washi tape here, cutting into the monthly boxes. And I realized that I don't exactly know how December pans out, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly number this monthly to make sure that I do have a complete full week at the bottom that's empty, since it is a 6-week setup. And looks like I do, so I'll go ahead and white out that whole last week, just using a white gel pen. And then while that dries, I'll get this other sticker set. I think I'll push it up into the monthly there a little bit. And now we'll get these stamps ready. So I'm just using some archival black ink from Ranger on this one. I do tend to like using chalk inks in my planner, but this ink that I have here does not bleed, so it's a good choice too for planners. You got to be careful with the inks that you choose for planning if you're doing any stamping in there, because if you do have double-sided pages, you don't want the ink to pass through the paper and, you know, show up on the opposite side. So this ink I can recommend. I've been using it for a number of years and it still is holding true and never bleeds. Gonna go ahead and clean up some edges here where that washi tape meets up with the sticker clusters. Also trim off anything that's hanging out on the sides. And a little bit more white out too at the top. Just going to smooth down these stickers now with my sticker spatula. And get ready to add in some markers here for added color. Using a red and a brown, and the brown that I pulled was kind of green toned, so I pulled another brown that was a better fit. It's a little bit dark, more like a chocolate brown versus like the gingerbread brown I was looking for, but I think it'll work overall. And since they're dark colors too, I didn't use them as highlighters. I used them mainly for underlining because it will be pretty hard to read anything that I write on top of those colors. We have moved on to the second and final spread we'll be setting up today, which is my monthly goals and weekly tasks spread. I am just going to wing it here. Usually I would lay down some wax paper again, but I think I can get away with just winging it. So I put a couple of those washi tape corners or washi paper corners up in the top, kind of in preparation for some clusters up there. But instead of putting something in the bottom, which will cover quite a bit of functional space, I think I'm just going to try to use one of those hard card stickers and make that work as an added decor piece at the bottom, but without too much cutting into where I'll need to use the spread. And then just trimming up that washi tape a bit. Figuring out where I can add in maybe one of these stamped quotes. Not exactly sure though. Put those to the side for now. Let's work on these clusters. Gonna keep it a little bit more low key. Not too many stickers here at the top because like I said, I do use this pretty functionally and don't want to take up too much space. Just looking through my stickers now and see if there's anything else I want to add in as far as those hard card stickers. Go ahead and drop in some more of JoJo's stickers here. The top sections, adding in some color. Using some of the smaller options. Looks good, but I feel like I needed a little bit more up there, so snuck in another leaf. And we'll also drop in this gingerbread man down here at the bottom. I cut him so he wouldn't take up too much room, specifically on the right page. He is cutting in a little bit into my week 5 tasks, but I don't think it's going to be that hard to work around. And those look cute. Gonna cut up some more of this plaid washi. Use that somewhere on the spread. First choice here would be just right across the middle on the left. I think that's going to be the best position. And then we'll add a little bit more here on the right, kind of staggering it. I'm going to cut it down to a little bit. And I think I'll need one more just to help with the balance. So let's go ahead and do that. And do almost the same thing, but at the top here as far as placement. And I think I'm just going to trim these off to the edge of the boxes. Keep that a little bit neater and more contained. Still need to figure out which quote and where I want to put something in here. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and steal some room here from this last goal box and use the holiday stamp for that. Okay, let's do some trimming now, just to clean up these edges. Anything that I think I can reuse, I'm saving. That looks good. Adding in some of the markers now. I'm going to go ahead and number these boxes and then just add a little bit of an underline on the weekly setups here on the right. Use my sticker spatula to help cement down these stickers. Add in a trimming or two. Of course, I'll need to finish punching these holes for all the pages since there's a little bit of overlap on each spread, using my Happy Planner pink punch for that. And once I'm done with that, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye!